Right, today we're doing a lesson. It's actually two lessons, but don't worry, there's just one practice buddy. The first part is 13.2, and that's using parentheses, brackets, and braces. And I know you're really good at that. And the second part is 13.3, which is writing numerical expressions. So my warm-up is going to come from the very first part, 13.2, when there's parentheses, brackets, and braces in a problem. So we know to do parentheses first because of the order of operations. So what happens when I have a problem that has parentheses and it has braces? Well, the braces work as parentheses, meaning you would do those before you would go to exponents, multiplying, dividing, etc. However, when you have a situation like this, you're going to work from the inside out. So we call these nested parentheses. So we're going to go to the very innermost, and you're going to solve 5 times 6 first. So go ahead and do that and tell me what your answer is. Well, hopefully you said, well, wait a minute, this is going to be 4 plus 30. And then it's going to be 2 plus 34. And that's why the correct answer was 36. Look at this next problem. It has not only parentheses and brackets, it has braces. But the same thing's true. You're going to work from the inside, the innermost, outward. Go ahead and solve this one. So you're going to leave the braces. It's going to be 8 times the bracket of 1 plus 14 here with the opposite brace. And then finally we're going to divide it by 1/2. Then it's going to become, in there, 8 times 15 divided by 1/2. Then it's going to be 8 times 15. Well, if that's not coming to you real easily, what I like to do there is I say, okay, well, what's 4 times 15? That's 60. I know that. So 8 times 15 is just double that. So it's 120. And then I want to divide it by 1/2. Please remember, when you divide it by 1/2, that's like multiplying by 2. 120 divided by 1/2 is the same as 120 times 2. That's why your answer is 240. Last one, some nested parentheses in there. I'm sorry, you can't read that last 6 there too easily. There you go. Go ahead and solve. First things first, 4 times 3 is 12. It's going to be divided by 2, then we'll add 3, and then we'll multiply by 6. So let's go ahead and do the next innermost nested parenthesis. 12 divided by 2 is 6, plus 3, and then I'm multiplying by 6. Then it becomes 9 times 6, and then it equals 54. All right, so that's what the parentheses, brackets, and braces. If you see something with multiple parentheses and then work from the inside of them outward. All right, let's move on to the lesson about writing expressions. A baker packages 12 cupcakes to a box. Sean orders 5 boxes for his sister's graduation party and 3.5 or 3.5 boxes for the variety show party. Write an expression that shows the calculations you could use to find the number of cupcakes Sean orders. Well, how many cupcakes are in a box? 12. And for the graduation party, how many did he order? Yeah, he ordered 5 of them. So that would give you the graduation party. Then we need to add in there what he spent on the variety show box. How many did he order there? 12 cupcakes in a box, and he ordered 3.5 boxes. And that would give you your answer. But here's the beautiful part. It's just an expression, not an equation. You don't even have to solve it, right? If it's an expression, it has no equal sign. That's just representing that problem. Can you think of another way I could write this expression to get the same answer? Because I'm just multiplying 12 in each of my parentheses, aren't I? So what if I said, hey, 12, why don't I multiply 12 with whatever the sum of 5 plus 3.5 is? That represents the problem. I don't like 12 times 8.5 as an equation to represent the problem, because that would be unknown how you got 8.5 if you were just taking it to that next step. Both of these represent the problem and the information given in this word problem. So basically, in this lesson, we're taking a verbal number sentence with words and changing it to a numerical one. Let's try. Subtract 6 from the sum of 9 and 3. Sum. Oh, right, that's addition. Subtract 6 from the sum of 9 and 3. That doesn't look right, right? First, I need to get the sum, so let's write it. 9 and 3, get the sum, and now what am I supposed to do with it? Subtract 6. Can you find me a number that's 4 more than 6 divided by 2? What do you have to do first? Well, you have to do 6 divided by 2. And then find a number that's 4 more than that. In this equation, do I really need to have the parentheses? No, by order of operations, I would do the division first anyway. You do the last one. Add 4 and 9, and then add 5. Well, the problem clearly shows you that they want you to add 4 and 9 first. So I would put parentheses around that and then add 5. We're just taking a verbal sentence and making it numerical. So the big question, how can you write a numerical expression to record calculations? The school auditorium has 546 seats on the main floor and 102 in the balcony. Every seat is filled for all the variety show performances. What expression could be right that shows the calculations we could use to determine how many tickets are sold? How many performances are there? How many tickets are sold? So, the first thing we're going to do is add 546 and 102 to get the number of tickets sold. And then we're going to multiply that by 4. So we need to write a numerical expression that represents, find 4 times the sum of 546 and 102. And I would do that and say, well, 4 times the sum of 546 and 102. And this is 4 times the sum. Okay? So far, so good. Not too difficult, is it? Why do some numerical expressions contain parentheses? Yeah, because we want to do those first. You're right. Can you write an expression for this? Right. We're going to add 8 and 7. And then, so that's going to put that in parentheses. We're multiplying by 2. And finally, what if I said to multiply 4 times 7/8 and then add 12? Right, go ahead and solve that. Exactly, so 4 times 7/8 would be, what is 7/8 of 4? It would be 4 times 7. Which is 28 eighths. And 8 goes, that would reduce to be 3 and 4 eighths, or 3.5. So it's 3.5 plus 12. That's why I have my answer is 15.5. All right, that's it. That's all I got for you on here. Go ahead and do Practice Buddy 13-3, Rocket